Hi, I'm Mike from Turtle Medical. Today we're going to talk about the Daniel Baird Foundation Emergency Bleed Control Kit. As with all emergencies, the number one thing is to take care of yourself. You shouldn't go into a dangerous environment. You need to kind of check the area is safe before you go and help a patient. It's also really important to remember to call 999 and make sure you've got a paramedic coming to back you up. So the first thing we're going to do in any emergency is to check the danger, make sure it's safe for us, and then we're going to consider our own safety and that of the casualty. We're going to stick a pair of gloves on. So the gloves come in a kind of recyclable paper bag. It's all sterile. These are kind of a medium to large fit, so they're designed to fit the majority of people, and they are latex free, so they should be safe for people to wear. And now we're ready to treat a patient. Okay, so we're going to look at two of the critical components here. We've got the haemostatic gauze and we've got the trauma dressing. So for an injury like we've got on this demo leg here, where we've got a large open wound, just covering it isn't going to be sufficient to control the bleed in this case. So we're going to need to pack it with the gauze. So the gauze is all sealed. It can be opened at either end. There's two very clear tear points. So we open the gauze. Now the important thing with this is it's nicely Z-folded. And it is impregnated with this powder, which is what's coming off everywhere. So you need to kind of try and keep it out of the dirt, and you hold it in one hand and then you are physically packing the wound, pushing it all the way in as far as you can. From what I understand from speaking to paramedics, this is extremely uncomfortable for the patient. They are likely to be screaming at you about it, but what you are doing is you are saving their lives. So we need to pack the wound as best we can. Now, because this is coated in this clotting agent, as soon as all this blood is coming into contact with the gauze now, it will start clotting. It takes up to 3 minutes to fully clot all the blood, but it will start working straight away. Once we've packed it so the wound is as full as possible, the excess can just be packed on top like this, or if it's particularly large, it could be cut off. We now need to use the trauma dressing to wrap around this. This will then hold the gauze in place, and it will also apply pressure to the wound. If you have a helper, they might be able to open it for you. If not, then it's a case of doing it on your own. So again, it's a tear open package. Then inside this is separately sealed. There's nice tear points. So this can be opened and the dressing can then be removed. It's all vacuum packed, so you can possibly just hear the air escaping. So when we unravel this, we've got the large padded area here. So this is what's placed over the wound first. So we place this over the wound. This is always slightly tricky on a training limb on your own. So we then need to wrap around, and this then white bandage is elasticated. So as we're wrapping it around, we need to stretch to apply pressure to the wound. So I'm just going to lift up the leg here. So we're going to pull it and make it really tight. We want to try and work kind of slightly up and down, keeping it all nice and flat. We don't really want to get any creases in, if at all possible, because that'll make it uncomfortable. And we want to try and cover the entire of the bandage and the wound, making sure we're keeping it as tight as possible as we're going round for the patient. So as we come to the end, you'll notice there's a Velcro patch and there's just a piece of protective paper which can be discarded. This then allows you to stretch it around and stick it onto itself, and that will then hold the wound. It's now applying pressure to the leg, it's holding the gauze in place, and that's basically going to save this person's life. More information about all of these kits can be seen on our YouTube channels, on our social media, and they can be purchased from our website, turtlemedical.co.uk.